Peace, beautiful people. I'm back with another video, and today I am here to share an update with you all, an update on my dreadlocks. So as you can tell by the title of this video, there are quite a few things that we need to discuss. So without further ado, I figure let's just get started and get into it. So yes, it's April 3rd. I really wanted to do this video on April 1st, but some things happened. While I'm talking to you guys, I'm just gonna moisturize my hair. It's a little dry, and so I figured while we get into this, I might as well moisturize my hair, talk to you guys a little bit, and that way you guys will also see my hair in its natural state because it'll be wet. So I just have some rose water, and I'm gonna spray on it, and I also have some aloe vera gel in the bottle, so I might use that. I'm not sure. I also have to talk to you guys about this later in the video, but yes, I'm gonna moisturize my hair and talk to you guys. So yeah, I wanted to do this video. It's my 15-month lock update, by the way, just to get that out of the way. I did the math this time. Last time I tried to do the math, it took me a little while. My 15-month lock update, and yeah, I wanted to do this video on the 1st of the month, but some things didn't work out. I neglected to remember that Sunday was Easter and that some people celebrate Easter, so I had some things I needed to get from the stores, and that turned into taking way longer than I thought it was going to because, again, Easter is a thing that I just didn't acknowledge. So yeah, it didn't happen on that day. I got a new backdrop. I don't know if you all noticed that. Like, comment below. Let me know what you guys think about the backdrop. I'm pretty excited about it. I think it looks nice. But yeah, I got this new backdrop and then I couldn't find it. So that delayed the video some more. But yeah, it's the 3rd. We're here. And we're doing it. So the first thing I feel like I should probably address based on the title of this video is the lie. I promise I didn't mean to be lying to you all, but my first lock update, lock journey video, I'll leave the link for it down below so you all can check it out if this is the first time you're seeing me. But yeah, I was watching back that video because I was just kind of after the fact editing and proofing myself, and I was like, I think I made a mistake. And so I realized that in my journey, when I was mentioning me cutting off my locks and starting again, I believe I said that that date was January 1st of 2016. That was a lie. It was January 1st of 2017. I was putting myself a whole year further in the game than I actually am. But yeah, it was January 1st of 2017 was the day that I started the journey for these locks, and yeah, now we are here 15 months later. So that is a lie. I apologize, but I didn't want to take that video down, and I didn't want to not address it and be confusing as to why I was saying I started a whole year earlier than I had started, and I was only at 15 months. So yeah, that could have been confusing, but that is that situation, and I'm not lying this time, I promise. But yes, so things we should also talk about are maybe changes and things that I've experienced now that I'm at 15 months. So like I mentioned in my last video, the biggest change is still my locks deciding to come together and be one. I know some people talk about their locks growing into the locks or out of the locks, their hair growing into the locks or out of the locks. I'd say my hair grows into the locks for the most part. Let me see if I can show. So I don't retwist my hair. I also realized I didn't mention that in my last video, but I don't retwist my hair. And as you can see, this lock is a good example. For the most part, at the top, that is locked. It's pretty consistent. But here, you can see this hair was not really in it, but my hair just kind of grows together, and eventually that will bud and seal at the top, and yeah, it just kind of grows in. So I feel like the sections have, for the most part, decided where they are, and yeah, the hairs are just growing into the locks. I have a couple in the back I'll show you. They're kind of like, the root is connected, but it's hard to tell by the ends. Just looking at it, you wouldn't really be able to tell. But yeah, so there's a few that haven't come together at the end. I'm waiting to see what's going to happen with these in the back. It's really these two. So yeah, those two haven't come together, but most of them have come together. And the next thing I wanted to talk about as far as differences, changes, things I've noticed is I hear a lot of people when I watch videos talking about the balls at the ends of their locks, and I do have those. I have quite a few of those. They come and go. I notice that sometimes I have a lot of them and all of my locks have the balls at the ends, and then sometimes they either will fall off or connect. Like this one, you can see I've had this one for a long time and I thought it was going to fall off, but I just left it. And you can see it's just filling in. So they either connect or they fall off, but they come and go. But I've been really noticing recently, last month I had noticed, and I was just kind of watching to see what was going to happen and if things would change, but it's becoming a trend, so I'd say it's a thing that's happening. And I have a lot of those little hair balls along my lock, like not really on the end. I'm trying to find a good example to show you guys. Okay, so I'd say this one is a good example. If you look carefully, like along the length of my lock, there's all these like little balls of hair. So I'm not having them at the ends only, but I have them all along most of my locks. Like the area that is kind of budded and mature, I still have, it's not really frizzy. It's like I have a little bit of frizzy hair, but my hair is not really super frizzy because it grows into the lock and does its thing very naturally. But yeah, I have a lot of the balls on the end, and they're helpful because I notice that even the hairs that kind of aren't in the locks yet, they kind of connect and they make a ball. But I was just wondering if any of you all experienced that. Like I can't be the only one, but I've not really heard anyone talking about it or discussing it. So comment down below if you've experienced this, if you know anyone who's experienced this, if you just know anything about what's happening, if you just want to tell me like you're not alone, that would be great. So yeah, just let me know about that. The balls along the length of the lock, not really the ones on the end, but the balls along the length of the lock. The aloe gel, what I wanted to mention to you all about that is I think I'm going to change a little bit of my lock maintenance routine. I was typically oiling my scalp, and I might not be doing that anymore. The issue that I've been having is especially along my hairline, like the front of my hairline. I am for sure going to stop putting oil on that because it's just been causing me to break out. And I think it's probably just body changes because I always used to oil my edges and my scalp and I had no problem, and even when the oil would get on my forehead it wasn't a problem, but now it's a problem, and I know people change, so that's something that I'm just gonna kind of play around with and deal with and see what happens. But yeah, it's been causing me to break out and I don't like that, so it's gonna have to change. And so I've been thinking about applying aloe vera to my at least my edges, and maybe just changing that to being what I put on my hair instead anyways, because I kind of feel like I don't need the oil. Like I have done a lot of research on oils and I use oils for a lot of different things, and there were certain oils, like I was using castor oil predominantly. I also used peppermint oil, different essential oils, rosemary oil, lavender, and I would kind of just rotate those out. Oh, jojoba oil, that was another one that I used in case you all are like, oh, castor oil is really thick, like blah, blah, blah. Like I also used jojoba oil, so I kind of alternated between the two, depending on the conditions. Like if it was winter or I was somewhere that it was cold, I would use the castor oil because it was a lot thicker, and that's something I will say, the castor oil, it really helped with just being a thick moisturizer. So when I would wet my hair and put that on top, everything felt sealed in and just really, it was good for the winter. And even when I'm in cold conditions, I'm thinking I will still, one, oil my hair and my scalp more, and especially use the castor oil. But other than that, like, I don't think I need to oil my scalp, but I do like the properties of the aloe. So I have a little bit of this, like I showed before, in the bottle. But typically I just use the fresh aloe leaf. So I have some leaves as well. So I'm probably going to just play around with that. I also am planning on using aloe on my face in case any of you all are interested in skincare routines. Just because, like I said, the oil from my hair has been causing my face to do some things that I don't like. And so I'm just hoping to heal all of that with aloe, essentially. I thought this was going to be a short video. As I look at the time, it's not as short as I thought it was going to be. The last thing I wanted to do was a length check. That's what I was thinking. Since we're 15 months in this journey, and I've kind of just started documenting and sharing with you all, I thought it would be a good idea to just kind of go around my head and do a little bit of a length check, see where we are now. So as we continue on past 15 months, we can see how my growth is. The other thing that I wanted to mention before doing this little length check is that I did start my locks from no hair, essentially, from a totally short down to the scalp haircut. So all of the length that I do have right now is the progress that I've made in that 15 months. I didn't grow my hair out first and then start my locks. I started from scratch. So yes, this is all of the growth right now. So yeah, I'm just gonna kind of do the front, the sides, the back, see where that's at, and we'll see where the growth goes on this journey. I really appreciate you all being on this journey with me. I want to say thank you to all the new subscribers that have come along with me on this journey. I really appreciate you guys. I'm so excited. I know I've been kind of spotty and on and off already with like my content that I'm providing, but I'm going to do better, and I really appreciate you all, and it's very encouraging to me. So yeah, that's something I did want to say as well. I noticed that these two locks, mainly this one, they're starting to get a little bit flat, and I think the reason that is just my hair, they're also starting to fall forward. So these two, none of the rest of them really fall, but these two tend to fall forward, and sometimes I don't want my hair in my face, and again, with the oil, I don't really want my forehead to be oily all the time, so I've been like pushing them back, or if I put it in like a little pony, like if I'm washing my face or something, or a clip, just when I'm doing things. I've been like wearing hoods sometimes, and instead of pushing my locks forward, I've been pushing them back and then putting the hood on. Or when I wear hats, I've been doing the same thing, or headscarves. I've been a lot of times keeping my hair like this under my headscarf. So I've just noticed, look, it's getting a little flat. So I don't really mind this one a little bit too, mainly this one. But yeah, I just figured in the sake of documenting, that's something I would say is happening. Comment below and let me know if you all have experienced this. Again, I don't retwist, so that's also a part of why they're becoming flat. I do know, but let me know and talk to me about your experience with that, because again, I know I'm not the only one who's had this happen, and it's just something I'm starting to notice, so we'll see what happens with that. But yes, in the front, let's see, it comes like right here to where my nose comes in a little bit. So that's about for the front. So that comes about right here, right to where like my jaw does that little curvy thing. Yeah, about right there. My right side. Got a little ball on the end. That's where my right side comes to, about the same place, just in that little crook of the jaw, kind of. Let's see, let's do like kind of the back side. Take a piece of this, because it's, you know, doing its thing. So yeah, that comes to here. If I turn my neck, comes to about there, a little above my collarbone. And it comes to about here. That's what it's looking like right now. Like I said, I really appreciate you guys coming along with me on this journey. I am so happy that you all are here with me today. Please comment down below if you have any questions about my locks. I still do want to do a Q&A. I just haven't really gotten too many questions from you guys, and I don't want to just be rambling off random things that you guys don't care about. There's no purpose in that. So comment down below if you have anything to say to me about my locks. Ask me any questions. If you want to share with me about your lock journeys, I would love to hear about them. If you all update and record and share videos on YouTube, I would love to check out your journeys as well, so share that with me too. I hope you all have a wonderful day, whatever time of day it is, wherever you are, and I will see you again soon for another video. All right, beautiful people, peace.